Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm out in the spring forest. We've had quite a lot of rain over the last several days, and I'm out just looking at some of the spring flowers, spring wild edibles, and I'm also on another mission this year. I'm trying to find salamanders. I'm not really sure if we're going to find any today. Birch, who you guys know from my previous videos, camping, she did a lot of work, trying to look for salamanders and stuff with a program in her area. So she's giving me some pro tips. We'll see. It's a bit cold today. Maybe they're not moving as much, or they've gone deeper into their little hiding spots. But I'm going to check under some logs and check under some leaf litter. A lot of beautiful things coming up this time of year. We have some beautiful trout lily. See why they call it that. Looks like speckled trout. Tastes really good too. Wow, let's turn over some leaves. So they're kind of near the edges of these vernal ponds. I'm looking for, there's a few species in this area. Blue spotted, salamander's one of them. One year I saw a newt, the red eft form. It's like a little orange salamander, or sorry, a little orange newt crawling through the leaves around this time of year. They stand out really easily. So I'm just kind of hanging out around these sort of vernal ponds in here. They breed at nighttime, that's what I'm told. Sort of in the bottom of these ponds. I don't really see anything. It's hard lighting right now. Yeah, it's pretty nippy today. Just above zero, so I don't know if I have any luck today. I think it takes a long time to try to find these guys. When I was a kid once, I found one under a log. It was so exciting. You just don't see them that often because they're just so secretive. So it was really neat when I got to find one. I'm gonna have to be mindful for ticks today as well. Ticks are out, and if my hands are in the leaves, I'm at higher risk for getting ticks. So I'll have to check myself when I get home. As for other things I'm hearing in the woods today, I'm hearing like woodpeckers. I'm also hearing phoebes. So that's really cool. They're back for the year. Ooh, check that. There's some fungal mycelium. A little vernal pond. These ponds don't last very long, just like a month or so, and they're dried up, if that. Lots of frogs were out the other day. So last night I was out, there was tons of frogs, like peepers, wood frogs. There was also like toads. They were all across the roads and stuff trying to get to these different ponds to do their breeding. And so it was super loud at night. It was really cool. It's pretty cold today, so they're not out singing. But it's just a wonderful time of year to be in the forest. So this I've never seen before in flower. This is a Longstock Sedge, so a type of sedge. And let's take a look. It's little pollinating there off of this. You can see the yellow pollen. Isn't that crazy? I've only seen the sedge. I've never actually seen it bloom like that. How cool. Well, this flooded area might be promising. I don't know. I guess your guess is as good as mine as we're going to find these little guys. It's going to start raining again. But that's okay. Didn't bring the dog today. He's slightly under the weather. Well, he's recovering. I just don't want him in this this muck. That's all I need. Some dogwood below me there. So this pool has been here for a while. It's one of those more ones that happen every single year that the little critters know about. So I'm thinking this might be a little bit more luck. I don't know. Ooh, no, worm. I don't know if you guys heard about, it's not this kind of worm, this is sort of our regular earthworm, but there are ones now like I think they're called the Hammerhead Worm, where they look kind of like a hammerhead shark in the front with like the big wedge head. Apparently they're really irritating to touch, and like they can split apart into 1,000 pieces. And they're super invasive, highly aggressive. So I've not seen any of those yet. I don't know if you guys have in your area. It's just a regular earthworm. But I'm on the lookout. These like beautiful little spring plants coming up everywhere. We'll go look for some wild leek after. I know that's out, so I won't be disappointed there. No dice in here. Keep looking, I guess. Well, certainly there's lots of worms, and I know they eat those, so they technically should be in and around here for food. Look at all these earthworms. Oh, and a millipede. That's cool. Or centipede, I mean. Saw a few millipedes as well. There's an ant family down here. Just all decomposing the soil, and these ants are probably working away in this wood. A few little mushrooms here. no salamanders. From what I've read, they seem to like really well rotted logs, and some of these are, you know, still pretty freshly, like within the last couple of years, kind of chopped down. So kind of not entirely the right logs for them. I'm sure they're like super heavy, so I have to like dig to get underneath them. So I might have to go to another area this week that has a little bit older forest with things kind of rotten down a little bit longer. Exploring this area here, and look what I found. 2 big patches of wild leek and my more rotted logs. So this is kind of, I guess, what you're looking for, this really mushy stuff. So it's mostly rotted. Oh geez, I don't even know if I can flip this over. It's so rotten. There we go. Oof. Yeah, see, it's got that kind of that really mushy kind of soil. I feel like that's where they would be. Oh, I'm so excited. So here we are. Definitely some wild leek just coming out. Leaves are nice and fresh. They usually have 2 leaves out of one little stalk there. Sometimes there's one. A couple different varieties around here. These ones have the white stem, some have the red. Now when you're harvesting them, I only take one of the 2 leaves and I leave the ones that are singletons alone. Let's give it a try. So good. Delicious. One of my favorite spring wild edibles. Ooh, it's really strong this time of year because it's just coming out. I don't eat the bulbs. Some people do. They are, you know, in low numbers here in Ontario, so I don't try to take the bulbs very often, rarely. But I will take some leaves. So, delicious. A real treat in the woods, even if we don't find any salamanders today. This Tro Lily right here is just about to flower in the next week or 2. There's a huge patch of them over here too. Like my Walmart boots. Pretty cute, and they work, cheap. You go through a pair a year. See anything? All right, you salamander hunters out there, tell me where they are. I think they're pretty tricky. Probably too cold for them today. This is pretty cool. This is a tree that fell over and there's like a little pool in there. I bet you frogs go in there. Don't see any action in the bottom in terms of salamanders. Again, they come out at night to do their breeding thing. It's the handiwork of a sap sucker, yellow-bellied sap sucker. They kind of make these woodpecker holes all the way around a tree in a circumferential fashion. Ends up damaging the tree quite a lot. This tree you can see is pretty dead. There's another little pond here. Let's take a look. Whoa, what's this? Whoa. Oh, cool. Look at that. It's a piece of wood. It's buried. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at it. And these scarlet elf cups. That means that our morels are going to be coming soon. Ooh-wee. Those are gorgeous. Here's some beautiful leatherwood in flower. You can make rope and stuff from this. It's really bendy. See? It's a beautiful shrub. As you can see, the flowers come out first before the leaves. Very important for our early spring pollinators. So this area is managed, and I don't know if you can see this tree cut down. It's a beech tree. It's got beech bark disease. A lot of our beech trees in Ontario will be gone in no time because of this disease. So the management is to just chop them down. Ironwood straight ahead. This stuff's really good for axe handles and stuff. It's really tough wood. There's a nice little clump of ferns right here. You can see the little fiddleheads. These aren't true fiddleheads that you would want to eat, but ferns will be up soon. Probably do videos soon on foraging for fiddleheads. So still no dice. This seems to be like a really good little pond right here, but it's probably just not my day. Well, don't get discouraged. Someone else doing this. It takes a lot of practice and I guess knowing where to find them. I don't know if I'm looking too close to the edge or not. This is not, whoa, look at the pollen on that sedge. Whew. This is like the mature sedge, a different kind of sedge. How cool is that? Look at all throughout here. Has the same kind of flower, I guess you call it. Very unique, but look at this. Very different kind of leaves. So I just looked this one up. It is called a broadleaf sedge. So that's really cool. Oh, and look at this, a little stray wild leek in there too. But yeah, that's a broadleaf sedge. Well, really neat. I've learned something new today. Don't know a whole lot about my grasses, but look at all that pollen. I don't know why your allergies are bad this time of year. Yeah, so seeing 2 different kinds of sedges today. That's neat. Sorry, I just have to bail from that location. There's someone coming up on the trail. It's kind of freaking me out, honestly. I need to get out of here. Sometimes I've been in these woods and there's like random people and I don't know if they're here for like drugs or whatever, but they appear to just wander around and they're not on a trail, they're not on a hike, they're not doing anything, they're waiting for someone. Anyway, it freaks me out a little bit, so I hate to say it, don't have the dog with me today. Remember with the dog, I just go by the guy and be like, whatever, but because Royce would protect me, obviously, but the sad thing, some days you go out in the woods, you can't really enjoy yourself, you always have to have your back up about stuff. So anyway, we're gonna keep looking, but I think I'm gonna go to a different location because I'm not having any luck here and somebody's sketching me out on the trail. Kind of on a trail here by a road. Start to hear the frogs, I think. So hard to hear over traffic, it's so bad. Poor wildlife. I think it's red-winged blackbirds. Sorry about the road noise. Oh, there's a whole bunch of blackbirds in here. Wow. Look at them all up in the trees. Look at them. There's a whole flock of blackbirds in here. Wow. It says they're a flock of rusty blackbirds. I use my Merlin app. So they must have just came in. Sorry about this plane noise, there's traffic noise. I feel so bad for wildlife, you know, like these wild spaces still exist, but they coexist along with a lot of us. No wonder they're like singing and calling really loudly. Barely hear. I wonder if they're mad about something, maybe it's an owl or something like that. Or if they've just sort of come in and they're migrating and they're like a flock and they're just landing here for food. Just like dozens of them. Another neat plant are horsetail. These are very young horsetails. They are a wild medicinal. Sort of by this little ditch here. It's nice to see these guys in the spring. I used to make horsetail tea. It's very mild. Just got a bit away from the road there, which is nice. So no dice today on the salamanders, but I had a really enjoyable time in the woods, taking a look at some of the spring edibles and just generally hearing the sounds of spring, you know, and that rusty blackbird flock. That was pretty awesome. So we'll head out on some more adventures. I'm not giving up on the salamander finding task. So let's head out in the woods next time. All right, have a great week. We'll see you in the next one.